one version of Nefertiti's official portrait. She may herself have signed off on this image.
The brutal execution of Queen Nefertiti. This video will delve into the lesser-known and tragic aspects of Queen Nefertiti's story, exploring her execution within the historical, political, and social context of ancient Egypt. During her time, Egypt experienced prosperity, architectural advancements, and territorial expansion in the New Kingdom period from 1550 to 1077 BCE. Queen Nefertiti lived during the 18th dynasty, a pinnacle of Egyptian civilization. Though her early life remains mysterious, it is believed that she was of noble birth, potentially the daughter of a high-ranking official who later became pharaoh. Join us as we uncover the circumstances leading to her downfall and the impact it had on ancient Egypt. Some scholars suggest that Queen Nefertiti may have been a princess from the kingdom of Mitanni in modern-day Syria. Regardless of her origins, Nefertiti held significant influence in the Egyptian court from a young age. She married Pharaoh Amenhotep IV around 1353 BCE and became his prominent queen. Amenhotep IV was a controversial ruler who introduced religious and political reforms with long-lasting effects on ancient Egypt. In the early years of their marriage, Nefertiti and Amenhotep IV were devoted to worshiping the traditional Egyptian gods, particularly the sun god Amun. Pharaoh Amenhotep IV went through a religious transformation, abandoning the worship of multiple gods and elevating the lesser-known deity Aten to supreme status. He changed his name to Akhenaten, meaning effective for Aten, and Queen Nefertiti played a crucial role in promoting this new monotheistic religion centered around Aten. They relocated the capital from Thebes to a newly constructed city called Akhenaten, or Amarna as it is known today. This period, known as the Amarna period, witnessed significant artistic and cultural changes. Traditional depictions of royalty gave way to more naturalistic and intimate portrayals, often featuring Nefertiti and Akhenaten together with their 6 daughters. This artistic revolution provided a rare glimpse into the private life of the royal family, a departure from typical Egyptian art. The religious and political transformations brought about by Akhenaten and Nefertiti had significant repercussions. Various factions, particularly the influential priesthood of the moon, perceived these changes as a challenge to their power and riches. The opposition against them grew, ultimately leading to the downfall of the Amarna period and the events that culminated in Nefertiti's brutal execution. Additionally, Egypt faced external pressures during this time. Also during this time, the empire's territories were threatened by the growing power of the Hittites and other rival kingdoms. Nefertiti's reign coincided with a period of military decline and diplomatic tensions which further exacerbated the instability of her rule. Understanding the historical context of Nefertiti's life is essential to comprehending her eventual execution. The religious revolution initiated by Akhenaten and Nefertiti, coupled with political unrest and external threats, created an environment in which Nefertiti's fate was sealed. The events that transpired during her lifetime offer invaluable insights into the complex dynamics of ancient Egypt and the fragility of power in a tumultuous era. Nefertiti ascent to power. It's a remarkable tale of ambition, influence, and the allure of beauty. Nefertiti, with her enigmatic origins, became one of ancient Egypt's most influential women. Her marriage to Pharaoh Akhenaten propelled her into a position of prestige and power. As the great royal wife, she carried out important religious and ceremonial duties, captivating the court and the people with her beauty and charm. Nefertiti's rise to power was closely tied to Pharaoh Akhenaten's religious transformation, shifting from polytheism to monotheism, centered around the sun god Aten. Embracing this new religion, Nefertiti wholeheartedly supported Akhenaten's vision, securing a unique position for herself in the changing power structure. Unlike previous queens, she was depicted as an equal partner to Akhenaten, actively participating in the worship of Aten and sharing the responsibilities of rule. This departure from tradition showcased her remarkable influence within the royal court. The famous bust of Nefertiti, discovered in 1912, portrayed her beauty and regal presence, solidifying her reputation as a symbol of power and elegance. Beyond religious matters, Nefertiti's influence extended far and wide. Nefertiti's influence extended beyond religion. She actively participated in the construction of the new capital city, Akhenaten, and engaged in diplomatic affairs, showcasing her political acumen. The establishment of the Amarna period was in large part thanks to her efforts, with the city serving as a testament to her and Akhenaten's shared vision for Egypt. Nefertiti also played a vital role in raising and educating her 6 daughters, who were groomed for positions of power. Notably, her eldest daughter, Meritaten, would later become her father's great royal wife. Nefertiti's ascent to power faced controversy due to the religious upheaval she contributed to. This shift from polytheism to monotheism created tensions within Egyptian society, unsettling the traditional beliefs and straining social cohesion. Displacing the influential priesthood and diverting resources for Akhenaten's construction further intensified these tensions. Egypt's declining military and diplomatic standing added to the instability, with rival powers posing threats. Nefertiti's reign, marked by uncertainty, cast a shadow over her accomplishments and fueled opposition. Nonetheless, her intelligence, ambition, and beauty propelled the religious and political changes. Nefertiti's reign during the Amarna period left a significant imprint on Egyptian history. While her accomplishments had a profound effect on Egypt's culture, art, and religion, they were also accompanied by controversy and internal strife. These factors ultimately contributed to her downfall and brutal execution. Nefertiti's remarkable achievements positioned her as one of history's most influential women. As queen, Nefertiti played a pivotal role in various projects and initiatives that shaped the distinct legacy of the Amarna period. One of her notable achievements was her involvement in the religious reformation led by her husband. Nefertiti, as the chief consort, actively participated in the transition from traditional worship of the Egyptian pantheon, centered around the moon god, to the monotheistic worship of the sun god Aten. This reformation involved constructing new temples dedicated to Aten and moving the capital from Thebes to the newly built city of Amarna. Nefertiti's unwavering commitment to the new religion granted her significant influence in religious affairs, earning her the title of Nefertiti, meaning beautiful are the beauties of Aten. This title symbolized her elevated status as the pharaoh's wife and a prominent figure in the religious hierarchy. Nefertiti's reign saw the establishment of Akhenaten, the purpose-built capital known as Amarna. It became the center of the monotheistic order, located by the Nile River. Nefertiti played a key role in planning and constructing the city, incorporating innovative architecture and emphasizing natural light to honor the sun god, Aten. Amarna flourished as a cultural hub, attracting artists, scribes, and scholars from all over Egypt. Its palaces, temples, and tombs showcased vibrant artwork, reflecting the distinctive Amarna style characterized by naturalism and a focus on the royal family's daily life. Nefertiti's patronage led to a flourishing of the arts and a transformative shift in artistic expression. The Amarna artistic style embraced during Nefertiti's reign departed from formal depictions of the past, opting for a more natural and realistic portrayal of royalty and the Egyptian people. Nefertiti's iconic beauty became an inspiration for artists, and her image came to symbolize the era. The renowned bust of Nefertiti, found in the workshop of sculptor Thutmose, exemplifies the Amarna style and immortalizes her as a symbol of beauty and power. Through her patronage, Nefertiti made a lasting impact on ancient Egyptian art, influencing the portrayal of royalty for generations. In addition to her contributions to religion, architecture, and the arts, Nefertiti actively engaged in diplomatic affairs as queen. She played a role in maintaining relations with neighboring kingdoms like Mitanni and Babylon, as evidenced by diplomatic correspondence discovered in Amarna known as the Amarna Letters. Nefertiti's reign showcased her diplomatic skills as she engaged in negotiations and demonstrated political acumen. Her rule also marked a significant advancement for women in Egyptian society, particularly within the royal court. As the pharaoh's wife, Nefertiti wielded considerable power and used her influence to promote women's roles in religion, politics, and culture. The prominence of her 6 daughters in official artwork and their involvement in court administration highlighted the emphasis on women's education and empowerment. Nefertiti's equal partnership with Akhenaten and her active participation in religious and state affairs set a powerful precedent for future female rulers, such as Hatshepsut and Cleopatra. Her reign brought about profound cultural, artistic, and religious transformations, leaving a lasting impact on Egyptian history through initiatives like the establishment of Akhenaten and her patronage of the arts. However, Nefertiti's accomplishments were accompanied by controversies that ultimately led to her execution. Her reign, while marked by groundbreaking achievements, was also a time of unrest and turmoil. The radical changes she and Akhenaten implemented in Egyptian society, combined with the empire's diminishing military and diplomatic status, sparked numerous conflicts and oppositions that played a role in her downfall. One of the major sources of controversy during Nefertiti's rule was the resistance to the religious reforms. Nefertiti's implementation of Atenism faced strong opposition from the influential priesthood of Amun-Ra, creating tensions in religion and politics. The construction of Akhetaten strained the economy while abandoning Thebes, and lavish spending deepened social divisions. Military decline left Egypt vulnerable to external threats like the Hittites. The final years of Nefertiti's reign were marked by a succession crisis due to the lack of a male heir. This led to increased instability within the royal court, with factions competing for power. Nefertiti's disappearance from historical records and the rise of her daughter Meritaten as great royal wife added to the intrigue. Some speculate that Nefertiti may have briefly ruled as a female pharaoh, while others believe her downfall was orchestrated by political enemies. The controversies and conflicts during her rule set the stage for her brutal execution, which marked the end of her reign and the Amarna period. The opposition to religious reforms and weakening of the Egyptian empire played a role. Her sudden disappearance from historical records around the 14th year of Akhenaten's reign signaled the beginning of the end. There is ongoing debate and speculation surrounding the reasons for her absence. Some scholars suggest she may have fallen out of favor with her husband, while others propose natural causes or political intrigue as possibilities. The end of the Amarna period, marked by Akhenaten's death and Tutankhamun's ascent to the throne, led to a return to the traditional Egyptian pantheon and the rejection of Atomism. This religious restoration, known as the Counter-Reformation, involved dismantling Akhenaten and systematically erasing Nefertiti and Akhenaten's legacy from historical records. Despite all these endeavors, the Amarna period in the story of Nefertiti endured. The rediscovery of Akhenaten's ruins and the iconic bust of Nefertiti in the early 20th century sparked a renewed interest in the queen and her extraordinary life. Nefertiti's brutal execution and erasure from history symbolized the fleeting nature of power and human memory. Her story serves as a cautionary tale of ambition's tragic consequences. The Egyptian empire, affected by internal strife and external threats, experienced a gradual decline following her execution. Nefertiti's legacy continues to captivate, reminding us of the delicate balance between power and vulnerability, ambition and hubris, and the relentless march of time. Please do subscribe to our channel for more great content.